Hey everyone, welcome back to Let's Run It Back, your go-to channel for diving deep into nostalgic media and culture. This week we have something extra special lined up as we delve into not one but two iconic animated series from the X-Men universe. Plus, with the release of the Deadpool and Wolverine movie this week, there's no better time to talk about our favorite mutants. Before X-Men 97 hit our screens, I took a trip down memory lane and rewatched the entire original series. So let's dive into the highs and lows of X-Men, the animated series, and explore the brilliant new X-Men 97. X-Men, the animated series, 1992 to 1997. First up, let's talk about the classic X-Men, the animated series. This show defined a generation and introduced so many of us to the complex world of mutants. Let's break down each season and highlight the most important arcs and events. Season 1. The series kicks off with Night of the Sentinels, where we meet Jubilee and get thrown into the battle against the Sentinels. Jubilee, a young mutant with the ability to generate explosive energy plasmoids, becomes our entry point into the world of the X-Men. We see her struggle with her newfound powers and her place in a world that fears and hates mutants. This season does an excellent job of setting up the core team and their dynamics. The introduction of iconic characters like Wolverine, Cyclops, Storm, and Rogue was handled beautifully. Other key arcs include Days of Future Past. Bishop, a mutant from a dystopian, teams up with the present-day X-Men, overcoming mistrust to stop the assassination of Senator Kelly, and the two-part finale, The Final Decision, where the X-Men face off against the Sentinels in a climactic battle. Season 2 ramps up with Till Death Do Us Part, focusing on the love triangle between Cyclops, Jean Grey, and Wolverine, which adds depth to their characters. We also get introduced to Mr. Sinister, a villain with a sinister, pun-intended, interest in Cyclops and Jean Grey. The season is packed with epic moments like the Savage Land arc, where the X-Men are stranded in a prehistoric world without their powers. Season 3 is where things get really intense. The Dark Phoenix saga stands out as one of the most gripping storylines in animated superhero history. Jean Grey, possessed by the Phoenix Force, becomes a threat to the entire universe, and it's up to the X-Men to stop her while dealing with their emotional turmoil. We also get deeper into the character dynamics, especially between Cyclops and Jean Grey, whose relationship is tested to the limit. This season also introduces us to more mutants, expanding the X-Men universe and giving us a richer understanding of the mutant world. Season 4. A few key moments in Season 4 is an alternate reality is explored where Professor Xavier is killed before he can form the X-Men, leading to a dystopian future where mutants and humans are at war. Asteroid M, a space station built by Magneto as a haven for mutants, is introduced, and Apocalypse plans to destroy all of time and create a new world order. The X-Men, along with allies, must thwart his plan. The storytelling in this season is more character-driven, allowing us to connect more deeply with our favorite mutants. Season 5. Unfortunately, Season 5 didn't quite live up to the high standards set by its predecessors. The downgrade in animation quality, art, and sometimes storytelling was noticeable and disappointing. Key episodes like Graduation Day, the series finale, felt rushed and lacked the impact of earlier seasons. The final battle against Magneto and the introduction of new characters like the Phalanx didn't have the same emotional weight as previous story arcs. Despite these shortcomings, the season still had some standout moments, like the exploration of Professor X's past. X-Men 97, 2024. Now let's fast forward to X-Men 97. Wow, what a revival! This show not only captures the spirit of the original, but elevates it in every way. The animation is top-notch, the art style is crisp and modern, and the storytelling is even more compelling. X-Men 97 has quickly become one of my favorite superhero shows of all time, surpassing even the beloved original. Season 1 of X-Men 97 picks up right where the original series left off. seamlessly continuing the story. Here are the recaps for the episodes of X-Men 97. Episode 1, To Me, My X-Men. In the premiere of X-Men 97, the series picks up with a significant shift in the X-Men's world. The episode reveals that Professor Charles Xavier, believed dead from the original series, his presumed death has left a power vacuum within the mutant community. Cyclops, Scott Summers, and Jean Grey are introduced as a central couple, with the surprising news that they are expecting a child. This development adds a personal stake to their fight for mutant kind's future. Cyclops, stepping into a more prominent leadership role, must balance his new responsibilities as a father-to-be with his duties as the leader of the X-Men. As tensions rise and new threats emerge, Cyclops demonstrates his growth as a leader, navigating the complex dynamics of the team and preparing them for the challenges ahead. The episode sets the stage for a season filled with both personal and collective struggles, as the X-Men regroup and forge ahead in a world that is increasingly hostile to mutants. Episode 2, Mutant Liberation begins. Magneto steps up to lead the X-Men in the absence of Professor X. The team grapples with this sudden change in leadership, but they soon face an urgent threat: the rise of an anti-mutant faction led by a powerful and dangerous adversary. Magneto's leadership is put to the test as he must unite the X-Men to counter this new menace and protect mutant kind from imminent peril. Episode 3, Fire Made Flesh. Jean Grey, grappling with her own internal struggles, finds herself confronting the Goblin Queen, Madelyne Pryor. Madelyne, who has recently emerged with her own sinister agenda, intensifies the conflict. Her presence challenges Jean Grey's control over her powers and her emotional stability, adding a personal layer to the episode's conflict. Cyclops and the rest of the X-Men must work together to stop the fire-wielding mutant, while Jean contends with the destabilizing influence of the Goblin Queen. The episode intertwines themes of personal demons and external threats, showcasing both Jean's inner battle and the team's struggle to contain the chaos unleashed by their enemies. Episode 4, Motendo and Life-Death, Part 1. In Motendo, the X-Men celebrate Jubilee's 18th birthday, marking her transition into adulthood. The festivities are cut short when they discover a sinister plot by the villain Mojo, who is using a popular gaming platform to exploit mutants for entertainment. Roberto, Sunspot, takes the lead in confronting Mojo, showcasing his powers and leadership skills. The episode highlights Jubilee's growth and the importance of friendship and teamwork in overcoming challenges. Meanwhile, Life-Death, Part 1 begins a two-part story arc focusing on the character of Storm. She faces a personal crisis that forces her to confront her past and her identity as both a mutant and a leader. The episode explores themes of identity and self-acceptance. Episode 5, Remember It. In Remember It, the X-Men are reeling from the attack on Genosha, a significant mutant sanctuary. The episode delves into the aftermath of the assault, exploring the emotional and strategic repercussions for the team. Madelyne Pryor, the Goblin Queen, makes a dramatic return, complicating the situation further. Her presence brings unresolved conflicts to the forefront. Gambit and Rogue are shown grappling with their feelings for each other and their roles in the aftermath of the attack. Their relationship becomes a focal point as they navigate their personal struggles and the broader crisis facing mutant kind. Episode 6, Life-Death Part 2. The concluding part of Storm's deeply personal journey, she faces the full force of her past traumas and doubts. Struggling with the loss of her powers and identity, Storm embarks on a quest of self-discovery, guided by visions and memories that challenge her perception of herself. As she confronts these inner demons, her resilience and leadership qualities shine through, leading her to reclaim her sense of purpose. Her journey is paralleled by the X-Men's battle against a new threat to mutant kind, which requires Storm's strategic mind and bravery. By the end of the episode, Storm emerges stronger and more confident, ready to lead the X-Men once again, symbolizing hope and renewal for the team. Episode 7, Bright Eyes. In Bright Eyes, the X-Men confront a new threat as a mutant, with the ability to manipulate light emerges. The episode is marked by intense action and strategic battles, as the X-Men try to protect the new mutant from falling into the wrong hands. The episode also addresses the fallout from the previous attack on Genosha, highlighting Rogue's actions during the crisis. Rogue is shown dealing with the emotional and physical repercussions of her involvement in the Genosha attack, adding complexity to her character's arc. Her struggle with guilt and responsibility becomes a significant subplot, reflecting the broader impact of the conflict on the X-Men. Meanwhile, Captain America and Thunderbolt Ross make pivotal appearances. Captain America, concerned about the escalating mutant-human tensions, seeks to mediate and prevent further conflict. Thunderbolt Ross, with his militaristic approach, intensifies the pressure on mutants, creating additional obstacles for the X-Men. The clash between these contrasting perspectives adds to the episode's tension and sets the stage for future conflicts. Episodes 8 to 10. Tolerance is Extinction. In the three-part season finale, Tolerance is Extinction, the conflict between mutants and humans escalates to a critical point. Anti-mutant sentiment has reached a fever pitch, fueled by fear and misinformation. The X-Men find themselves under siege from all sides, battling not just physical threats, but the pervasive intolerance threatening to tear society apart. Magneto and the Brotherhood seize this moment to push their agenda of mutant dominance, while the X-Men strive to protect both mutants and humans from the brink of war. The episode showcases intense battles, strategic alliances, and heartbreaking sacrifices. The climax sees the X-Men making a desperate stand to prevent an all-out war, culminating in a dramatic showdown that leaves the fate of many characters hanging in the balance. The episode ends on a cliffhanger, with the future of mutant-human relations uncertain, setting the stage for the next season's challenges and conflicts. X-Men 97 has quickly become one of my favorite superhero shows of all time. The storytelling is tighter, more mature, the character development is deeper, and the animation quality is top-notch. It balances nostalgia with modern sensibilities perfectly. Legacy. The original X-Men. The animated series was groundbreaking for its time, paving the way for many superhero shows that followed. Its legacy is undeniable, influencing both animated and live-action adaptations of the X-Men universe. X-Men 97 builds on that legacy, bringing our favorite characters into the modern era while staying true to the heart of what made the original so special. And the best part, there are at least 2 more seasons of X-Men 97 on the way. I can't wait to see where the story goes and how the characters develop. With the amazing start we've had, the future looks incredibly bright for X-Men fans. That's it for today's review. If you loved X-Men, the animated series, and haven't checked out X-Men 97 yet, do yourself a favor and dive in. And don't forget to catch Deadpool and Wolverine this week for even more mutant madness. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Let's Run It Back, and remember, keep the nostalgia alive.